Yuri on Ice, episode 10. Now, guys, the episode's title says it all. It had a very nice ring to it. Alright, man. Obviously, we all know what the best part of this episode was, so let me just get right to it. The best part of this episode was definitely the ending theme, because honestly, man, when they completely dismissed the video of Yuri drunk dancing, I got fucking pissed. I was like, alright, you're gonna mention this, you're gonna talk about it, you're gonna reminisce about it, and you're not gonna show us? That's some BS. That is huge BS. So, I got mad when JJ showed up, and they completely dismissed it, they walked away. That was hilarious too, but I was mad, man. I wanted to see the video. I knew for a fact it was going to be hilarious, and guess what, man? They played it at the end, and it was as funny as I would have imagined, man. That was hilarious. Yurio dancing against a drunk Yuri, that alone is a 10 out of 10 episode. And there's still much more to this episode, man. I thought this episode was going to be a filler episode, a recap episode, but no, man. This episode, if anything, it could probably be the best episode of the series. You gotta love the romance, man. Whether it be girl, guy, or guy, romance is romance. And when it's done good, you could only appreciate it and not judge it. So, the romance was definitely well built to this episode, man. And just having that ending, though. That ending, I'm not talking about the dance. I'm talking about when drunk Yuri told Victor, hey, be my coach if I win this dance off. Be my coach. Now, that was fucking romantic as fuck. You know, all things aside, man, that was a very well done scene. It had me shocked. I was, oh, he said this last year. That's why Victor seeked him out. So, I remember in episode 1, man, I criticized the whole Victor and Yuri meetup because I thought it was too fast. I thought it was too lazy because all that happened was that someone posted a video of Yuri dancing and then Victor saw it and then, oh, randomly and fast, he just decides, alright, I'll be your coach. But no, man, this shit had backstory, and honestly, man, I really gotta take away those criticisms from episode 1 because this scene, that little scene at the end, man, just changed everything. It really did, man. From the very beginning, Victor fell in love with Yuri. He really did, man. He really did. That's what that scene shows. And I got a little bit of questioning. I don't know why Victor doesn't tell Yuri about that memory, that part. You get me? Why doesn't he do that? I got two reasons for that. One, he might be waiting until Yuri wins gold, if he wins gold, because I still doubt that he is gonna win gold. And secondly, he just might want to tease him about it. I don't know. It's a weird thing, man. It's a weird thing. I don't know if this reason makes sense, but I just feel like Victor, he just wants to keep this to himself. He wants to keep this as a fun memory of when they first met. You know how, when you go into a relationship and it lasts a long time, and you always remember your first meetup, or the first time you actually fell in love with that person? You're not going to really tell them unless, because usually they're sober, but maybe because Yuri was drunk, he doesn't want to really say it, He just wants to keep this memory to himself. So I do not know if that reasoning makes any sense to you guys, but yeah, that's what I think. Best part was definitely the ring. That ring symbolizes so many things for Yuri's character, man. It symbolizes hope, dreams, love, life, ambition, motivation, marriage. They pretty much proposed to each other, man. That's what happened. You cannot get much more romantic than that. They already did it. They did everything that you could do in the romance. All they need is a kid. But they're both men, so they're going to have to adopt somebody. They're going to have little Yuri and little Victors running around their household. So that's all they need. Or they could do a Sword Art Online and have a little digital baby. Because Yuri's fighting for Victor's love. He already has it, but that's why he's doing the sport, to show him how much he loves him. And speaking about that, let me just give you my predictions. Before I begin the predictions, I believe, man, this scene that I'm going to mention right now sealed the deal that Yurio is going to win this tournament. And the scene that really sealed it was when Victor told Yuri that, he pretty much said this. I don't remember the exact quote, but he pretty much said, Yuri, all you gotta do is give a performance that you could always be proud of. And honestly, man, that quote right there it really just sold it, man. It sold it. Like I said, man, Yuri does not have to win this to be happy anymore. He has everything. He really does. That's my prediction. I think that's what's gonna happen, and I can't wait to see if that does happen, because that'll just make me appreciate this anime a little bit more. Is Yuri gonna win this tournament? The chances of him winning, man, I gotta go 50-50. You're probably wondering why Filmatic? That's kind of fucking obvious, don't you think? But yeah, it is obvious, but I can't decide, man. Yuri could win this. He's the main character. He has everything going for him, man. I'm just thinking, like, logically, JJ, but he performs perfectly, so it doesn't really affect him. Otabek, we didn't really get much character development on his part at all, honestly, so we only got that Yurio and Otabek are friends now, so that came out of nowhere. Maybe they're going to be shipped together now since Victor is with Yuri. I'm not sure how that really contributed to this story, other than, you know, just pairing everyone up. Chris, he seems the gayest out of everybody, honestly, man. He really does. So I think he's just happy competing. He has no motivation on his part. Yurio, Yuri, and maybe Fissit have the most motivation. Fissit, you know, we didn't get much character on his part, but we know that he wants to be the first. I forgot his race, but he wants to be the first of his race to win gold in this competition. So he has his motivation. The reason I'm thinking that Yuri might not win is that Yurio's motivation might be a little bit more, because I feel like Yuri, he already won, you know, if you know what I mean. He already won everything. He has Victor. He has love. He got his nervousness out of his system already. He developed already, pretty much. You know, he doesn't have to win this. If he wins this, it'll be good. You know, it'll be a happy ending. But it would also be a sad ending for Yurio, who in a way, man, when you think about it, he lost everything. He lost everything when you think about it. He really did. He lost Victor. He might lose the competition. And, yeah, it's not looking well for him. So, if Yuri doesn't win this, it's going to be Yurio. So that's what I'm saying, it's 50-50. But when you look at the competition, he has to face against Otabek, who is probably the best figure skater right now. And the only other person that could compete with him is JJ. Those two people, man, Otabek and JJ are elite. I just don't see Yuri, maybe, okay, I could see them beating them, but logically they should not beat them, because they're so fucking elite. They're older. They have more experience. You know, they've been doing this way longer than they have. So, like I said last week, JJ might lose because he is known for never fucking up. He never messes his performances, ever. So he might mess up once, and that might make him not rank. But Otabek, he's also a very elite character, but we don't get much characterization on his personality. We don't know nothing about him, so there's no reason for him winning either. So it's a tough thing, man. It's obvious it's gonna be Yurio or Yuri, one of those two. Fissit, you know, he has his motivation. I just explained all that, but you know, he's not gonna win this. I just don't see him winning. Chris either. Nobody's gonna win this. It's only gonna be Yurio or Yuri. And the only thing that could really give Yurio's character a bit of happiness, man, is him winning this gold medal. So I might be wrong. Of course, everybody could be wrong. You know, a lot of you guys are picking Yuri for the win. We'll see if Yurio makes the upset and, you know, I get my prediction right. We'll see how things happen. But overall, man, it was a very good episode. Probably the best episode of the series. So let me know your thoughts, man. Are you guys happy that finally Yuri and Victor are together? And yeah, leave me your thoughts on that whole dancing scene, because that shit was fucking hilarious. Let me know down below, because I got to go, guys. See you on the next video, guys. So yeah, Nara.